All right, guys, finally doing the interior walkthrough here. I know you guys been waiting for this for a little while, so here we go. Start over here. We got ourselves a little AC unit here, plugs into the wall because we do have AC power. I still have to figure out this situation here, but for now it works. We got our light switch here that controls these interior lights and also controls these exterior soffit lights, which is pretty nice. Makes for really good lighting when we're outside the camper. We got our counter system here. So down below, we got our set power fridge, which just plugs in to that wall plug there. So this is nice. We don't have to deal with ice anymore, which is great because that was kind of a pain. Over here, we got a little bit of storage. So we got like our 2 camping chairs, which these are great for the fire and things like that. This is our little buddy heater. We used this just the other night and it kept us pretty warm. We heated it up about 20 minutes before we went to bed and it kept it about 75 in here all night, and it got out to like 37 degrees outside. So we were definitely pleased with that. I just got some tools down there. Nothing crazy. Over here, we got like our water system. So we got a water pump there. It runs to this 5-gallon water jug. So that's like our drinking water, potable water. And on the left side, we have like our gray water. So that comes down from the faucet and sink and then just goes into there. So once I fill the potable water all the way up and we run out of it, it will only fill the gray water. So I never have to worry about that, like filling up and, you know, spilling anywhere. Got that to where it's detachable right here. So this just slides down and then this can pull out, so I can pull this whole thing out and we can fill it up. Just got it ratchet strapped down, so this ain't going anywhere. And then up top, we got this hardwood countertop. It looks pretty good. It is a good combo with the white, which we really like. Kind of matches right here, the front side of the bed. And yeah, so here's the running water. A little noisy, but it is nice to have running water to clean dishes and things like that. We got a sink drain plug, so we can plug that up, do soap and water in there to clean the dishes, and then it all drains down there into that bucket. So got some hanging storage here. That way, whenever we're driving down the road, it's not falling all over the place. We got some national parks games. My wife loves national parks, so got a lot of that kind of stuff. Got these mugs from Colorado, jet boil to make coffee and things like that. Some standard seasonings, more national park stuff. Little vacuum here makes it really nice since we don't have much going on down here, but keeps it to where we can vacuum everything. Right here behind the door, we have a little broom. We can sweep most of the stuff up with this as well. Got our hiking backpacks here. Pretty nice having that for jackets and things like that. Things that we don't want just sitting down on the ground. Open this door up for more lighting. Over here, we got our TV. So this is on a mount, so it swivels out. So we can have that going if we want to watch TV or put a fireplace or something on there. But yeah, so here's our bed system. Right now it's kind of in the day mode. We typically use it for obviously the bed and we just leave it pulled out. But sometimes we like to push it here. That allows me to get into the power station supply setup. Also our bench. Before we get into that, I'll show you guys kind of like all this storage we have under the bed. So there's plenty of room. We usually put a couple duffels down there and keep like our clothing and things like that in there. Here in this box, this pretty much houses like all of our stuff as far as like cooking and cleaning and things like that. So we got like a pot and pan set. This little solar thing right here is string lights. That's super nice for the fire and things like that. Another pot and pan set, a couple things of propane, utensil set, and then underneath you can't see it, but there's a Coleman camp stove. So that does just fine for us and all of our cooking. We usually pull that up here and sit it on this rubber top, keeps it from sliding around. So yeah, we're able to have our cooking set up and our running water. Only thing we don't have in here is a trash can, but we usually just use a trash bag. So before I show you the bed, I'll jump over here and show you guys the power setup. So I'll move this cushion out of the way. But yeah, down in here, I think this is a 1200 watt hour battery, Anchor brand. Pretty nice. Got it set up to where you can kind of see the front side here. If you lean down, kind of see the display. It's at 61%. So this runs all of our 12 volt stuff, which is our lights. And then it also runs our AC power. So all of our wall plugs. All that stuff runs to a box right here that has breakers in it and fuses. So that's right here on the other side. You can barely see it, but I can get to the fuses and the breakers there if I need to shut anything off. We also have this running to like a shore plug outside, so that way whenever we pull up to the campsite, we can plug in and use like unlimited power. Really nice for using the AC because it consumes a lot of power, and so does the fridge. So that allows us to kind of have unlimited power. But pretty nice setup. We also have some extra hosing for like our water display, and there's the cord for like the shore power, things like that. A couple extra parts. If anything goes down, I can fix it. But yeah, pretty good power supply. Also, you see this right here. This is for a solar power. So this is plugged all the way up through the wall, and then up top there's a spot where it can come out, and I can hook it up to some solar panels eventually. So pretty nice there. So there goes our whole electrical setup. We can sit here, hang out. If it's raining, we can, potentially sit like 5 to 6 people in here. It would be a little tight, but it would be doable. And we could play some of these games we got. But yeah, then here's the bed. So this picks up and slides on these rails here. So let's see if I can do it with one hand. So there's the bed slid out. Drop this down. So yeah, that's like a 4-inch thick foam mattress. Super comfortable. Probably the most comfortable sleep I've gotten camping, quote unquote. But yeah, pretty nice little setup for the two of us. This is about 5'10" wide. So yeah, my head touches and my feet touch just barely, but it's not too bad at an angle. You're pretty good. My wife fits on there pretty well. So yeah, it's perfect for us. Like I said, pretty thick mattress. But yeah, makes camping a lot more enjoyable. Not having to be like uncomfortable at night. That's usually the worst part. So, and then also right here, we got like our 12 volt lights. So these run around the perimeter of the interior here. Turn off these overhead lights so you can see them a little bit better. But so at night, makes a pretty good little ambiance. Allows us not to be blinded by the big lights. And then that is also controlled by a dimmer here. So we can go dim, we can go brighter. Also, we can cycle through different colors of the light. We usually just leave it on this kind of daylight white. So, but yeah, pretty nice when you're laying in bed. We can have the other ones off, and then we can turn the lights off from in bed, so we don't have to get up, which not like we'd be walking far, but it's kind of a nice little comfort. So yeah, pretty nice there. Glad I went through the work to do that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Not too big, but perfect size for my wife and I, and maybe a couple people at a time. Got a speaker and everything. So pretty much everything we need to be comfortable. Like I said, AC and heat, but honestly, with these windows open and the cross breeze, it stays pretty nice in here in the fall and spring. So yeah, And also, I will be putting this thing up for sale. So if anybody's interested in this, it would be absolutely perfect for pulling to like hunting land, leaving it there, or if you got like a campsite down by the lake, you could leave this there for the season, or obviously you could pull it wherever you want, but it would be a super nice little off-grid setup with the solar that you could put up top running down to this power bank. So yeah, you'd have your running water, refrigerator, AC, all the stuff you would need to be comfortable and have a good time. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll be coming out with some new builds soon.